The wait is over. After years of speculation, leaks, and fan theories, the Fantastic Four First Steps has finally given us our first real glimpse of Marvel's first family in the MCU. The excitement is real, but so are the expectations. Fantastic Four have had a rough history in live action. The 2000s films had their charm, but they never quite reached their full potential. And then came Fant Four Stick, a movie so infamously bad that it nearly buried the team's cinematic future. So when Marvel Studios announced they were finally bringing the family into the MCU, the stakes couldn't have been higher. Fans wanted the definitive version of these characters, the one that finally gets it right. And with this first trailer, it looks like Marvel is delivering. Let's talk about Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. From the very first scene, where he and Sue welcome an interviewer into their home, Pascal embodies the role. What makes this version of Reed stand out is his humanity. Pedro plays him as more than just a genius. He's a man haunted by his own mistakes. We see glimpses of that guilt when he's alone with Sue, reflecting on the miscalculation that turned them into what they are. That's huge for his character. He's always been someone who bears the weight of responsibility. While we don't see Reed stretching powers at all in this trailer, Marvel might be saving that reveal for later, or they could still be perfecting the CGI. Let's be real. Stretching powers are notoriously hard to make look good in live action. But given how much this movie leans into its retro-futuristic aesthetic, I'm hopeful they've found a way to make it work. From the moment Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm appears in the trailer, it's clear First Steps is giving her the respect she deserves. Too often in past adaptations, she has been sidelined or reduced to just the girl on the team. But here it seems she's the heart of this movie. One of the most telling moments comes when she says to Reed, "I am always right here." It's a simple line, but it speaks volumes. She isn't just Richard's partner. She's the glue holding this family together. She understands the strong personalities of her teammates and knows how to navigate them. That's leadership. And if this trailer is any indication, she might even be positioned as the true leader of the team. And yes, we actually get to see her powers in action. Unlike Reed's abilities, which were absent, Sue's invisible force fields are on full display, and they look fantastic. The first trailer for First Steps had a slightly unusual release strategy, but now that it's here, it's clear that the assignment was understood. From the very first shots, the film feels just right, hopeful, adventurous, and capturing the classic spirit of Marvel's first family. But the real standout? The Thing. His design was always going to be a major talking point. Over the years, we've seen different approaches to bringing Ben Grimm to life. From Michael Chiklis' practical suit in the 2000s movie to the heavily CGI version in 2015. Fans have debated whether CGI or practical effects would work better, but regardless of where you stand, one thing is clear. They put in a lot of work to make sure he looks right. The trailer gives us multiple shots of the Thing in different lighting, both in darker, moody settings and bright, daytime environments, and it holds up well in both. That's a great sign, because one of the biggest pitfalls of full CGI characters is how they interact with their surroundings. But here, the textures, shading, and movement all feel natural. Johnny Storm has always been the wild card. He's the youngest, the most impulsive, and the least likely to take things seriously. But First Steps seems to be giving us a different take on the Human Torch, one that leans into his insecurities a little more. Joseph Quinn's Johnny comes across as more reserved than past versions, at least at first. He's awkward, sullen, and clearly dealing with something deeper beneath the surface. It's a stark contrast to the overly confident Johnny we saw in the 2005 movie. But make no mistake, he's still the Human Torch. The trailer gives us a breathtaking moment where he bursts into flames and soars into the sky. It's the kind of shot that instantly reminds us why the Fantastic Four is a cosmic adventure story at its core. The Fantastic Four have had a lot of different looks over the years, some iconic, some less so. But this movie is clearly aiming for something fresh while still honoring the team's roots. The trailer gives us our first real glimpse of the MCU's take on their classic blue and white uniforms, and they look very good. Instead of the sleek, spandex-like suits we've seen before, these have a more woolen, textured appearance, evoking the feel of early NASA astronaut suits. It's a smart design choice that emphasizes the team's identity as explorers first, superheroes second. That said, these suits still feel comic book accurate, with their recognizable color scheme and a modernized yet retro aesthetic. Marvel has always excelled at adapting classic costumes into something cinematic, and this looks to be no different. The Fantastic Four's family just wouldn't be complete without their most unexpected but beloved member, Herbie. Yes, he's officially making his debut. For those unfamiliar, Herbie was originally created for a 1970s Fantastic Four cartoon, replacing the Human Torch due to rights issues. Since then, he's become a staple of the comics, often acting as the team's robotic assistant. This version embraces a retro style, complete with reel-to-reel gears. One of the best moments in the trailer was seeing him and Ben interacting, hinting at a fun new dynamic. In the comics, Johnny and Ben's prank wars are legendary, and if Herbie gets caught in the middle, we could be in for some hilarious moments. The Fantastic Four First Steps trailer makes one thing clear. Marvel's first family is finally getting the treatment they deserve. Everything about this film feels like a true adaptation of the team that launched the Marvel Universe. Pedro Pascal's confident yet vulnerable Reed Richards, Vanessa Kirby's commanding and emotionally grounded Sue Storm, Joseph Quinn's more introspective take on Johnny, and Ebon Moss-Bachrach as Ben Grimm, who we still haven't seen fully transformed. This cast already feels like a home run. The Fantastic Four aren't just crime fighters. They're adventurers, celebrities, scientists, and above all, a family. With the MCU in desperate need of a fresh spark, this could be the film that brings back the magic. The question now is, will it deliver on its massive potential? We'll find out soon enough. But for now, let's hear from you. What did you think of the trailer? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more Marvel content. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.